Good morning. Happy tea time, April 30th. Oh my gosh, the last day of the month. All of you guys have been crushing this month, and I just want to first of all celebrate how much growth there's been within the team and all of this excitement. I'm getting a call from my vet, which should be there with our dog right now. Hope everything's all right. They're gonna have to figure it out. Yeah, and so we are gonna have a big celebration, I think, once everything's finalized next week. But obviously you guys know that Sophia hit sales coordinator, Danielle is like inches away from hitting QSC. Alex is as well. So there's still like all of these amazing things. And Marissa had her first customer, which is badass. And Caitlin hit Partner Plus. We just have to get everything submitted and finalized. So much growth. Congratulations to all of you. Housekeeping wise, have you guys all checked out that awesome new newsletter from this week? Got thumbs up? Kind of? No? Thumbs up? Cool. Okay, so these things are amazing. Oh, Sophia will be hopping on in 5 minutes. I just was told. And if there's anything that you guys have feedback on that you want to see in these newsletters, things like that, we're all open to that. So please let us know. Have you guys gone in and checked out at least any of the trainings from the virtual conference? Has anybody explored that or at least know how to log into it? Yeah, we got thumbs up. Cool. How awesome is that? I definitely want to go spend more time in there, but there are definitely a few really cool ones. One that I really loved was the digital upgrades that we're getting. They showed that at last conference, and I mean, it's amazing. There's going to be some really cool resources for our customers, and that's kind of part of the inspiration for today's chit chat. So customer care is super important. Something that I've struggled with over the years, just because I'm such a I'll just look forward, and then all these amazing humans that are taking the product, you need to love on them. You need to nourish their experience with Juice Plus. So before we get into it, is there anything that you guys are doing for customer care right now that seems to be working, that you're excited about? Please go ahead and unmute yourself and share. Yeah.
I'll share.
Okay.
Just I've been making a list and putting the date, essentially Teamsy, but on paper. Cool. So just putting a list of people and then writing a date when they got their product, like how many weeks they've been on it, and when to check in with them and see how they're feeling. That's been seeming to work with me right now. Like my customers are like my close family and friends, so I feel like we're already communicating all the time, so it just kind of pops up in conversation. But I think I'm gonna use that method going forward, because so far it's working well.
Amazing. That's such a good point, that a lot of the people that you're talking to are already, you're talking to them anyway. I love that. If you feel called to just share, you can share a picture in the tea time chat of what you do, because maybe that'll work for somebody else. And something I want to say is what she does might not work for you. You don't have to do it the same way. Honor that, figure out what works for you. And also that we also can provide so much additional value to our friends and family, who are usually our first customers. And starting to position yourself as a place of information and resource, because sometimes that will have them value the product more. Because, really your goal is to turn these customers that you have now into lifelong customers. That's where the residual income, it comes from, the business side of things, and having different distributors, but also having customers that are with you for 10, 15, 20 years. There's a statistic that says that if you can get someone through their first 3 to 4 orders of Juice Plus, they're probably going to take Juice Plus for life, because they clearly have seen the value. They've been taking it consistently enough that they see the difference. So I love that. Just getting organized. Something that's important. I'm guessing that most of you might not know how to pull reports in the virtual office on like how to see all of your customers and things like that. And right now you probably have a handful of them that you can manage without doing that. But that's a video that is coming. So just being empowered by the resources within the virtual office is really, really awesome. You can pull amazing reports. A tip that I love is know their birthdays and like schedule a reminder, and you can send a card. You can just know to send a message on their birthday, doing little things like that, being thoughtful, like find out what their favorite flowers are. Or, you know, maybe send them like a $10 Amazon gift card or something like that if that feels appropriate for you. But just making them feel super special, because we are in the business of relationship building. And especially as you start to have customers that you don't know as well, like how can you get to know them in a way that most people aren't willing to? That relationship will eventually, it could turn into them joining the Abundance Project because you've taken the time to get to know them. So yeah, something else that anybody else want to share on what they might do for customer care that's working, that they enjoy? I'm sure Sophia has something to share on that, and we can probably circle back to that in a little bit here. So something that I wanted to share with you guys is actually within the hub, and we've just upgraded it. Let me pull it up really quick. Sorry, I should have had that preloaded. All right. Share my screen so y'all can see it. All right, can you guys see this? Thumbs up. Okay, cool, thank you. Amazing. So, well, that's a real cute little screenshot of me right there. Make sure to watch that video. So we just upgraded our customer care. This is within basic training on the hub. It's day 2. And it just kind of goes over some good ideas, good standard operating procedures for you. We've added a new customer email template that has some great information, and you can copy that into your own email, whatever that looks like for you. If you use Teamzy, plugging them in there and building a profile is really nice. You can collect information on them. What's their husband, their wife, their kid's name, their dog's name, what's their dog's birthday? Like, you can get really, really creative. Something that is also really awesome is that you can let them know when their order has shipped out and express excitement around it. You'll get emails, and you've probably seen this after submitting customer orders. You get emails when their order ships, when you have their tracking information, so you can kind of hold their hand every step of the way. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It kind of depends on the person and if I'm having a really busy week, to be completely honest with you. So striving for this is awesome, but don't worry about being perfect. Additionally, we have this customer portal that we are just started to finalize and create. We used to have a 16-week program that you'd plug them into an email and they'd get an email every week for 16 weeks, 4 months. And we've decided that the customer portal is probably a better format. We'll go over that in a second. And then additionally, adding them to our Facebook groups. Obviously, we're going to start using those more and more for these resets. And yeah, there's so much knowledge and information in there, so much great stuff. So feel free to add them to those. And these are some interesting things, information you can collect about your customer. Like I said, their birthday, what they purchased. And then I love asking these questions. Why did you order Juice Plus for yourself or your family? What are the top 3 areas that you would like to see improvement most in your health? And where do you plan on putting Juice Plus to remember it every day? These are honestly like so much fun to be able to look back on, especially if you've had somebody purchase product for 3-4 times round. And very clearly, like, these things have improved. And these are some great questions you can ask to really kind of get their mind going about what's different in their body and in their health. So are you eating more fruits and vegetables? How has your sleep improved? How's your stamina and quality of exercise, your recovery, things like that. So these are really great. Like if you're kind of doing weekly customer care, things like that, and you're messaging them directly, these are really great questions to go with. Like, have you noticed X, Y, and Z? I'm starting to notice it too. And you can also download a customer profile here if you more of like a printout, put it into a binder type of person. Additionally, this photo, and we're going to keep populating some really great photos to share with customers. I love this one because it talks about kind of what happens in the body throughout taking Juice Plus through that first 4 months, which is really, really awesome. And they can start to notice, okay, so around 7 days, you know, there's an increase in the antioxidant and a decrease in lipid peroxides. Like, you might not feel that, but it's happening in your body. It's proven. It's science, right? By day 80, there's, you know, an increase of folate level, significant increase in selenium levels, decrease in, I can't even say that word, systolic and diastolic blood pressure, improvement in large artery compliance. Like, nerdy shit. Like, I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. You can Google it if you don't know what that means. I had to. Cool. And in addition, and there's something else that you notice, that this isn't like you're starting to feel your hair growing. Like, everybody's timeline for that type of shit is different. Like, I didn't notice my hair quality and growth until probably a year in to a year and a half, because I had other shit I had to heal. Okay. I'm ranting today, guys. It's really fun. Okay. Customer care tools, additionally. So that email template, the customer portal, the Facebook pages, and also those emails that you receive and your customer receives, remind them that they get to create a customer account so that they can manage their products. Yes, you can go in, you can expedite, you can delay, you can cancel, but they can also do that. So yeah, doesn't all have to be on you anymore. That's new. Okay, again, TeamZ, and then a pro tip. This is something that, especially as you grow your customer base, it's so much fun. I do a weekly email and I make it personal. I actually have a system where I can send it all, like, to everybody. I don't use MailChimp or anything like that because that goes to their junk mail, but just even copy and pasting to all of your customers, and share something that you thought was really cool in the customer portal. Share a new meditation that you recorded. Share an interesting video or an article that you found. Oh, we've got Sophia's here. Woohoo! Sophia in the house. Okay. So yeah.
Sorry, did you say you send that? Sorry, did you say you send that weekly or monthly?
I send an email weekly.
Okay.
Which you don't have to. You don't have to do it weekly. You can do it bi-weekly. You can do it every once a month. Totally up to you. But it's fun for me, it's fun. Like, find what feels expansive for you, because I talk about things other than Juice Plus. I'm trying to provide value and be a resource to them, and share, because, you know, for example, Alex, you could share your meditations with them every week. You could be a weekly newsletter, here's a meditation for you this week, you know, and then here's some Juice Plus information. And so something to think about, like, let this be fun, over deliver and under promise, right? So under promise what will happen with the products, over deliver on the value that you're providing them in their life. It's kind of the theme for customer care, and I'll be super transparent. This has been a weakness for me, and I plan on improving. And it's been a focus of mine for a while, and it's definitely gotten better. And it will pay off in the long run, having those customers reorder, because there's nothing worse than putting all that effort into really showing them the value of the products, and after 4 months they're like, no, like I have a bunch in my cupboard, like I haven't taken it. Like, fucking sucks. You're like, what? Take it every day. That's what it's for. So show that initially and hold their hand through the process. So that kind of takes me into this next thing here. Hold on, I gotta pull this down so I can actually click on it. Okay, so the password is in that customer care page, but it's Abundant Health to get into the customer portal. And it's just Abundance project.life/customer-portal. All of our URL slugs for those techie nerds that even know what I'm talking about are very simple and straightforward. So Abundant Health, well, maybe it's from the hub. And you can share this with your customers. That's the coolest part. It's actually in that template email that's in the customer care, the link and the password. Okay, so just so you know, we're gonna get pretty graphics in here. It's gonna keep looking better and better, but functionality, it's working. So that's super exciting. So first and foremost, your product, these are really great links that you can send to people as they go. So while their products are on their way, I'll show you what this looks like. It opens up to a new page every time you click, by the way. So this is an old video from when we used to do those emails, but it still has the same information. But this is really great stuff. This is from a letter that Juice Plus used to recommend that you send like this PDF, but we just put it on a web platform. Tons of great like questions, FAQs, things like that for you to reference. Hold on. The way that this is all formatted with Zoom, I can't like go to the next thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then your products just arrived. This is another great form. More on getting started. Yada yada. I mean, it's text heavy, but maybe someone will read it. At least you're providing them with the information, or you can go through here and pull out a few sentences and put them in a text message or an email. At the bottom, we have research videos. Who's in the chat? Just double checking, all of this is under customer care, right? So yeah, this is the customer portal that is linked in the customer care day of basic training. Does that make sense? Trying to make it more intuitive, you know. We can add a tab onto the hub homepage too. So yeah, research videos, checking the chat again. Got it, thank you, awesome. Mwah. Okay, and then how Juice Plus is made. If they have not seen this while you were talking to them initially about the products, these are awesome resources. If you have not gone to the Juice Plus YouTube channel, it's fire. Some of them are really old and like kind of cringeworthy, but for the most part, it's great info. And you know, just good resources in general. Okay, so that's another good one. Lifestyle hacks. So go in here, explore, let it load. Something I'm gonna say while it's loading is if you are inspired to create something for this customer portal, if you have a topic you wanna talk on that you're really passionate about, if you have a meditation you wanna share, a yoga class, a workout, let's get it on here. We're gonna start pulling all of that content from those Facebook groups and putting them on here so that we can all link to this. But yeah, so here's some really fun things. You can click, you can send them the URL, talk about it. There's a little blurb about it. There's yoga, meditations, workouts. Ooh, guys, the recipes page. I know you're gonna be super stoked on this because it's like a lot of Caroline stuff too. Okay, so yes, please add. Have Eliza create graphics, or you can create graphics. It doesn't matter. So first we have all of our reset friendly recipes here. It kind of scrolls through and you can click and drag and put it onto your desktop. There's also the full like PDF cookbook here. Recipes using Juice Plus Complete. Again, there's a Sweet Treats PDF. We've got some that need some graphics, but we wanted to put them on here anyway. These are all of our Healthy Living Revolution cookbooks. So healthy mocktails, complete recipes, all sorts of yummy stuff in there, and then additional sweet treats at the bottom. So let's frickin' keep filling this up with goody goodies. And like, you could just send them one thing from here. Like, I'm making this recipe tonight. Like, you should try it out. I'm super amped. You can find it in the customer portal, you know? So yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Also, lastly here, if you want someone to share their product experience, and we can talk more about collecting testimonials, but this actually, if they fill out this form, it goes into our team's email, and So we're going to start collecting more testimonials for all of us to share on our social media. We can pepper it throughout the customer portal, things like that. Just a fun little, form. Yay, of course. This has been a fun project and it's ongoing. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. It's always a project. If you are like, I want to learn how to work on the back end of the website, let me know. I can use your help. If you don't want anything to do with that, but you want to contribute recipes or yoga or whatever, let me know. We'll put it in there. Like, this is a group effort. We need everyone's help. So with all of that being said, I kind of just like fire hose you with customer care stuff. I want to open it up for conversation, questions, thoughts, anything. Yeah. Okay. Hell yeah. Caitlin well, I think she meant to send this to me privately, but she's a back end chick. So awesome. Yeah, I want to get more people understanding how to use our website because I built it and I want you guys to be able to build it with me. So continue. Question. Come on, guys. Was it that boring? It's everything. The website's hosted on Squarespace. Yeah, baby.
So I think we talked about this a while ago, but one thing I think that the website can use, and I think you said that you guys are working on it, is that product description audio file.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be really useful if we could turn that into a video, because I feel like it's so weird asking people to listen to an audio file. And I feel like that is the first thing, it's the first thing I normally send people, because it does have like the best information on it, to like really get that point across. But people are like, an audio file, like, that's weird. So I feel like if we can.
Oh, you're cutting out. She cut out, but
replace that with a video.
Yeah. As soon as we're out of quarantine, that's happening. Just
Okay.
so you all know. It was gonna happen last month when we were at conference. But yes, the full intention was we wrote that script with the intention of turning it into a video, but because we did it on Zoom and made it into a recording because we couldn't speak to one another in person.
Okay.
But thank you. And it's true. So yeah, so you all know that's coming. And also, in addition, Danielle, like, if you feel inspired to create your own video with you in it, and if you want me to be a part of it or anybody else on the team, like, we can do that on Zoom. We can do something in person, like whatever resources you think need to be created for customer attraction and team attraction, like, let's work on it together.
Okay.
Amazing. Mouse.
And I can send you a bunch of yoga sculpt videos too that we can post.
Yes. We're gonna have a whole section. Yoga sculpt with Danielle.
Yes.
Cool. I love it. Oh my gosh, Willie's so cute, Kirsten. I just want to like snuggle with you guys.
He's so pathetic. He's had to have his cone on, and he, like, anytime he doesn't have his cone on him, he's just like, anyway. Still injured.
No. How much?
I guess I kind of have, well, I don't know. He has staples, and they still think he has an infection. So we find out tomorrow if he can get the staples out or if it's too infected still. So we had a little accident snowboarding for everyone who's wondering why my dog's sad. I guess I do kind of have a question. I asked you on Voxer this morning, but it'd be awesome to have a place, and this is more like resources for us, and I'm sure it exists somewhere, maybe like not, I don't know, but yeah, of whether it's videos or journals or articles on like the different studies. I would say to answer kind of your question just to the whole group here, I have just a couple people I'm talking with. I mean, my grandmother is definitely one of them, but even people that I'm not related to who have different things going on. One is an elderly woman who kind of gets she gets like a lot of like UTIs and things like that, kind of more like, yeah, anyway, just like she just gets a lot of infections, dementia patient, kind of just like you name it. But they're also like, they're all over 60 years old. So it's just, I was just wondering if there was any kind of like data to support. I just feel like I can tell them all these things, but they're like, oh, you're like in your 20s and it's obviously it's going to work for you. So
Right.
yeah.
And I got back to you this morning, and it's such a good question, I think, to address with all of you guys. Yes, we have a toolbox that is continuing to grow. There's a few different places where there's a lot of consolidated resources, which I'll make sure to get you guys. I might send an additional email to you all with so Wendy Campbell is a really successful like 500 club NMD who has a website that basically you can search anything, and an article or a Voxer or an audio, like something will come up that will give you some more information. Also, the Shining Star Facebook group is a great place to search, which is Mitra's team. However, we want it to be in one place so you're not like searching all these different places for resources. And there's a lot of different questions we get in this regard. And something that I want to remind you is that no matter your age, this is proven to do the exact same thing for every single person. Lower inflammation, which is the cause of most of these issues. I mean, Alzheimer's to an extent, it's inflammation, it's in the brain, arthritis, inflammation in your joints. So if you can just really bubble it down to, this is supposed to help you with inflammation, it's proven to do that, keep it that simple. Oh my gosh, it's cute. Keep it as simple as possible. In terms of research though, those are things that you can also find on your Juice Plus website, which great information on there, under the research tab, I believe is what it is. Does anybody have any like other question, like specific things like that you feel like I guess more my question is, do you feel like they have to have something to read or watch or listen to in order to find validation? Because that can also be a limiting belief, I will say.
Totally. I think I have so many nurse friends that are like, they're like fact junkies, which is totally awesome. And I know that we like have the resources to provide them with that. And yeah, to your point, like I know there's a ton of places to find it, but I also just feel like there's a lot of information out there too. And so yeah, like eventually I think that could just be a goal. I mean, it's something, I guess if we're all like looking, or if we find like a really great article or something, I mean, I know that there's already like one place to find a lot of these, but I guess the more we find, the more we can consolidate them and all and kind of into one place, or kind of organize them, would be super, super helpful for sure. Yeah, and whether it's videos or journals or like whatever, I think it's just yeah, like I kind of, like I said, I can say all of these things, but they're like, well, you're just a yoga teacher, like what? You haven't actually studied these things. So I can say all of those things, and that really, my story works for some people, but for others that are like just more, yeah, they've gone to school for things and have paid a lot of money to do it and learn things, and they enjoy it. So kind of just providing them with those same services, really.
Yeah. And third-party validation, there's no denying it. It's really powerful. And sometimes that's just like getting on the phone with your prospect and your upline or your sideline, and like, they don't know who I am. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm a doctor, but sometimes it's just like they'll listen to a stranger before they listen to their family member or close friend. It's a really fascinating psychological thing. But I do agree. I'm planning on coming up with a solution for this, and maybe for now it's even just a Google Doc that if you guys find things that you like, you can just dump in a link or whatever that is, and we can start putting that on the hub. And the goal is to have a place where you can search by health condition, kind of health issue, whatever that is, and then go from there. So it's definitely an ongoing process. And as you start to find those resources, collect them and share them. Awesome. I'll get you some more good info too on the specific issues. And I think, so something that I know Sophia is really, really good at is thinking about someone's specific pain point and being able to speak to that, right? And you can kind of tailor the information that you do have to speak to that person's pain point. Yeah. Cool. So before we got into like the website stuff, we were talking about customer care and what is working for everyone. Is there anything that and I know you're coming up on like the 4-month mark for a lot of your customers. Anything that you want to add on that's working, that you plan on doing?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just kind of entering my first round of like what that looks like. So to be honest, it's a little intimidating because it adds another layer of like what we're doing, and which is good. I mean, I think once you set up your system, that's my goal, is like, what am I gonna make this look like? And I'm just gonna do the same thing for everyone. So yeah, I mean, I've started to check in with people and just say, hey, we're coming up on the 4 months. How's everything going? And so far it's been good, but obviously fear of like, oh no, I don't want to do it anymore sneaks in, and but that hasn't happened yet. So I think I really liked how your kind of email system that you have. I think that maybe that's kind of my goal, is setting up I kind of want to use the platform that you're using, not Teamsy, the Google Suite or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I like having the idea of like having an email that you send out to everyone when they put their order in as like a welcome, and then another email. And maybe that's from me myself, or maybe I take it from Juice Plus, but I think making it personal sounds nice. And then kind of like from here on out, even starting at day 1, doing something for them, and then kind of keeping tabs on my own. So that's kind of my goal. I haven't done it yet, but I'm starting to see that like this is going to be really important later down the road. So just setting goals.
I love it. And I mean, it's just, the fact of the matter is, I think having messy action and like having all the customers and like making that happen, that's your priority number 1. Like you can always go back and make systems. But I do believe that it will make you feel more expansive if you're like, I have at least something in place that looking into, like, if you attract more customers, and it can sometimes feel a little contracting if you're like, I don't even know how to support them, right? So having something in place is really nice. And every successful business has some sort of CRM system. So whether that's on paper, or whether that's a Google spreadsheet, I do use something called Streak, which you integrate into Gmail, which I'd be more than happy to share with those that are interested. Maybe I'm working on a way to share it with Sophia and create like a template for customer care that you can copy into your email. And what's really cool about that is you can have a list of your customers and all of their emails. And if you just press one button, it selects all of them. and then you do like a mail merge, and you can send all of them one email. It's like click, click, done. It's pretty dope. So maybe that's something that I share more with you guys. How do y'all feel about Teamzy? I know that this is not a representation of the full team, but I'm curious here right now, like who's liking Teamzy?
I just started using it more and I like it, but it doesn't like have that like allure and like aesthetic that I wish it had.
It's not sexy at all.
No, not sexy, but I do like that they have you like pick your why, and then they had like all those questions. Like I thought that was really like, for me, like kindergarten friendly.
I love that.
Mhm.
And how do you feel about having those daily output goals? Reach
Like
out,
it was, yeah.
and you
I
can
mean, it's all right. Yeah. Like when I finally set up the contacts the right way, like I initially did like all of my Facebook friends and like all these like ex-boyfriends were coming. And I was like, I'm definitely not gonna reach out to them today. It was like distracting. And so yeah, once I like uploaded it like the way I wanted to, like the way you showed me to, then it was a lot easier. Yeah, I don't know if I think it's worth $20 a month though, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just kind of expensive. Like
Yeah.
Spotify is cheaper and I use it like way more.
Yeah, and I guess I think for people that have, they're organizing their like their really big like team, their organization, like hundreds of customers, like things like that.
Mhm.
That $20 a month is like what error. But as you get
Mhm.
started, it doesn't break even. I agree. That's
Mhm.
why they have that free trial period. But okay, this is good for me to know because there's mixed emotions, and I mean, to be fair, like the fact I don't use Teamzy, it kind of runs down the family tree here. Like, no wonder people aren't amped on it. I don't love it. I'm also
Mhm.
like a tech nerd, but there's a lot of ways to get yourself organized. So cool. If you haven't done a free trial in there, I recommend doing the free week and just seeing and do a week that you feel like you have time to like explore it and play with it. I wouldn't sign up for it if it's going to be like the busiest week of your life and you're not even going to use it. But just go in there and like see how it works for you in your workflow. And there's other solutions if it doesn't feel great. And again, nothing's ever going to be perfect, right? Like that's just the reality of it. It's pretty damn good though, and it's designed for network marketing, and it's designed to basically it's this whole make your day mentality. I love the guy who started it, Eric. He's awesome, and he loves Juice Plus. So I'm pretty sure he's one of Mitra's customers, which I think is really funny. Cool. So Gwen, I feel like you might be the only one that's probably in there using Teamzy, and you can talk more about other solutions. Yeah. I know last time we spoke about having like these output goals, and Sophia spoke so beautifully on that as well during team call, which if you haven't watched, go back. It was fucking incredible. But how do you guys feel about where you're at right now with goal setting weekly, goal setting monthly? I'm thinking that might be a nice chat for next week is goal setting and what that looks like within your business and outside of your business. You guys feel like you have a good system for that you work with regularly? Yeah. Okay. Kirsten, I know definitely does. Lululemon. No. Okay. We got a head shake of no. Well, and it might be interesting, Kirsten, if you wanted to help me work on incorporating how we could bring the Lululemon goal setting mindset into this community and this business. I think having something that we can do as a collective Could be really cool.
I would fucking love that.
Amazing. Because it'll be the start of the month, and just to like really look at the month ahead and be like, okay, we've kind of got the schedule ahead. Where do we want to be at the end of May? You know? Cool. Are there any additional questions or anything that you feel like is still, like, I don't know what's going on? Sophia, did you add anything? Caitlin.
No.
go ahead.
Yeah, go
ahead.
ahead, Caitlin.
I reached out to a girl that I knew from high school back on the East Coast. She's a Reiki master.
Amazing.
And I think she'd like fit in with this community well. So I like led with community. So I'm about to send her the link. But should I like offer a call, or she seemed pretty into it. So I'm just wondering how to like tailor it versus like usually I like tread lightly. But I think I could like offer more because she seems more interested, but I don't know like if I should offer a call with you or I don't know.
Posture. You know, if your first instinct is like, she'll love this, posture, be confident in that, because you're not wrong. That's what your intuition is telling you.
Yeah.
So treading lightly, yes, being respectful that they have an out, but like, go for it. Something that I like to do is schedule a call and kind of say, between now and then, I encourage you to watch this video so you have a little bit more context.
Okay.
If you really feel like she would benefit from having time on the phone or face-to-face via Zoom, whatever that is, I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you guys.
Okay.
Obviously, we can talk more about her, but that is actually, I didn't even think about that, but sometimes I do that with people, even customers, is like, let's set up a time to talk about this thing I'm really excited about. Like, between now and then, could you listen to this audio? Could you watch this video? So just so you have a little bit more context. And yeah. Does that, have you, anybody done that? Wow, words are hard. Has anybody done that? Yeah, Alex. Okay. How explain how that's worked for you?
It's just like a good way to check in. Like, are you ready to have a call? Like, oh, did you get a chance to watch that video? What did you think about it? It's just like a good way to like get the conversation going. Because I kind of just reach out and be like, just depending on who they are, I'll be like, dude, I am loving this. Like, I think you'd be so into it. Like, yeah, I think you'd be so into it. And they're like, what is it? Blah, blah, blah. And I'll send them the video. And then just being able to just have another reason to reach out to them. Like, did you check that out? You know? And
Right.
then that's just a good way to keep the combo going.
Cool. And yeah, and working appointment to appointment is super powerful.
Mm-hmm. And it's like they almost like feel guilty if they don't, you know, they're like, oh shit, I didn't watch that. So then they just like are like, oh yeah, I'm watching it now, you know. And it's like, you better watch it.
Some people feel so guilty that they just don't respond, which follow up, giving them the benefit of the doubt. People have crazy lives. Awesome. I'm glad that's working for you, Alex. Caroline, you've been quiet. I want to hear if you have anything to add.
About the video?
Or just like anything from the call that, I know Sophia also had something to say. You guys, please share, add to this. Let's go.
Yeah, I love the video. I think the video is great. A lot of people resonate with it. And you know, the initial video about the Abundance Project makes people super interested, and then hopping on the phone with them, explaining it a little more. I think sometimes it confuses them how Juice Plus is wrapped into the Abundance Project, but explaining to them, I find, has been helpful to tell them that they can do anything with the business side of things, but if they're more like attracted to the community, then that's perfectly fine. And if they want to make this like a 2 customer deal or 100 customers, it doesn't matter. But I always say, like, you're always welcome in this community and a part of this amazing group of women, and I think you'd really love it. But I mean, sometimes the business part does like kind of shy them away from the idea of it because they didn't understand what it was all about. But yeah, I think the video is great, and I love the video. I rewatch it all the time.
Amazing. How do you explain the connection between Juice Plus and the Abundance Project?
I say that like we're a collective that is are helping people. You know, I put it in better words. I usually like think about it, not on the spot, but yeah, I kind of just explain that we all do the same thing, but there's like different events and calls and community things that we do together. It's not just all business all the time.
Cool.
Caroline like ropes it into, sorry, I'm speaking for you. I'm just gonna let them all know how you roped me in. You like speak to like what they're interested in. Like she asked me about like getting certified in meditation, and then she like roped that into like there's so many girls that are into that. They're like we did yoga when I went to a ceremony, or she like make sure she knows something about them that would make them even like the community even more. And then that's kind of like she taught me that, so I kind of use that as well.
Amazing.
Yeah, making that the person, that creepy bio.
Yeah.
Just writing down what people's interests are and kind of speaking their language and letting them know that thing is like available in this community if you're
Is that your
interested.
dog, Sophia?
Oh, so spazzing out. He has Tourette's sometimes. He goes like,
Oh,
he literally has Tourette's.
Little baby boy.
He's happy to be home.
that was had Tourette's this morning, but I think she's like working on a hairball.
Mm,
It sounds like that though.
yeah, it's like little weird squeaks. Something I was gonna say too is if you gather that they're into like nutrition and stuff. Okay. If you get oh my gosh. Sorry, he's like right by my speaker. If you gather that they're into nutrition and stuff as well, another video I like to follow is like the reset video. So the New Year's, I think I sent Caroline both of those. So I sent her the Abundance Project video, and then I knew she was really into nutrition and healthy eating. So the New Year's reset video that the girls did, I really liked. It's kind of what sold me on it, and it describes the products really well. So I found that those two videos together, the mission video and that video, for a lot of people that I've reached out to have been two really good tools. Because it really explains like what our motto is with like health and wellness as well. You know, it kind of brings them together, and you see the same faces in that one that you do in the Abundance Project mission video. So it's kind of like, yeah.
So that's the New Year, the
New Year reset video.
New Year, new you.
Yeah. But it is because it's all of you guys that are in the mission video. So it's kind of nice to see like them talking about what that actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I love that video too. I feel like when you reach out to somebody, it's like they're either like their intuition is like, yes, I need this. But like with people that are kind of like on the fence about it, I think that asking to watch like the 30-minute that health reset video is sometimes like a lot to ask. But I love that video too. And like that's what really drew me into like the business side of things, because I really resonated with the products and stuff. But I don't know, it's just like if your intuition is telling you like this community of women is amazing, and I resonate with the like the health side of things as well, I'm gonna put the time in to watch this video. But I feel like if people are kind of like iffy about it, they're like 30 minutes, like I'm not watching that, you know?
I agree. Now that I think of it, I'd probably send the reset video after I talk to them on the phone, because then they want to do more research and they're really excited, so that they like ask for more resources, and then they want to go home and actually do the research themselves. So like, I don't know. I mean, if you really want to A, B, and C it, like maybe Abundance Project mission video, get them on a call, explain to them what it is. And then then at that point, they're probably going to want more information. So that's when you like pick your favorite other stuff.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that.
And that really is a good way to see it. Send them something initially, and keep adding.
Yeah, because it's really important for them to hear your experience. I mean, that's how, at the end of the day, like that's what's gonna get their interest the most, is your experience with the products and your experience with the team and how it has affected your life for the positive, and like hearing that coming from you, that's like the true experience itself, you know.
Yeah, I also just like sometimes just send the product video too, and I'm just like, this is like what it's all about, and then I talk to them about the community because that's like closer to me, you know, that's like more interpersonal. So like I kind of give them the gist about what it's all about, and then I'm like, not only are you going to get all that, but then you're going to get all this, and I tell them about that. So I don't know.
That's another thing too, is like to talk about gaining team members through actual customer inquiries, right? Because actually probably the last 3 teammates I've had, it was a customer talk. Like we were talking on the phone about the products, and then somehow we started talking about the Abundance Project, and then because they were already so interested in the products, and then I realized, oh wow, your life is a lot like this, like you might even be interested. And it's a really easy way to be like, well, if you're worried about the money or the finances, there's ways to be a part of this group and potentially make the money back so that you're not paying for your products too. So there's 2 ways to get team members. You know, one is to reach out about the team member itself, or like talking to your customers about it. Also, if your customers start having really good experience with the products, it could be a great like entryway into inviting them to be a part of the team too, because then they have their own story already.
Honestly, those are going to be the best team members you'll have, I think, in the long term. Marissa, you had your
What are
first
you trying
customer.
to say, Hannah?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like,
I'm just kidding.
you'll have future ones.
I wasn't a customer.
I'm saying 10 years down the line, when those people finally see the value to join, that's going to be badass. It'll explode. But I want to ask Marissa about your first customer that you got. What did that conversation look like? Tell us about how it went. Oh. I'm unmuting you.
Okay, you guys just saw, I didn't hear anything you guys just said the last like 30 seconds. What'd you guys say?
I was just asking you about your first customer and how that conversation went, how it all happened.
It honestly came out of nowhere. I was actually in the middle of Eliza's yoga, and after the yoga session, I like went back onto my emails and saw that someone who I talked to like a week ago, where I just sent them like basically like the link to the Juice Plus, like my customer portal Juice Plus link, and it just said that that she just like made an order. So like it wasn't even like I wasn't really expecting it. Like all of a sudden she went in on her own and just like made an order, and then I like instantly reached out and I was like, holy shit, like I didn't think you were going to be ordering something like out of the blue, like I'm so excited for you, yada yada yada. So it was kind of something that I wasn't expecting to happen so quickly, kind of thing. Yeah.
What did you share with her originally that got her interested, even if you didn't think she was going to purchase?
I just kind of like, I haven't talked to her in a couple of weeks, and I was like, how have you been? I know you're back home during all of this. How's it been going? And she's like, oh, great, yada, yada. What have you been up to? And I just kind of said that I just recently joined the Abundance Project. You know, I've been taking these veggie and fruit capsules since like October, and I really love it. And she actually came to one of the women's gatherings that you hosted, Hannah, like months ago. Brittany Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, remember when we went to that thing? She's like, well, I've been taking them since October. If you're interested at all, like I really like them. I think you'd like them as well. The girls are badass. And I just like sent her the link, and like we started talking about something else. Like it was just like not really focused on the Juice Plus product. It was just kind of like, I've actually started taking these and I think you like it. Remember the girls, yada yada. Also, how's New Jersey been? Blah blah blah. So it was kind of just like
Awful.
very fluid, which was really nice. And it wasn't like me trying to sell. It was just like, and it was nice that she went to the women's gathering too, because she knew exactly what I was talking about.
Fuck yeah. That's like dream how things work out.
Yeah.
I love that strategy of being in a conversation using like in the call one scripts of like, I just joined the Abundance Project. It's super cool. You'd probably be into it. You can send them a link, no pressure, continue on with the conversation you planted a seed at least.
Yeah.
You can always follow up on it. That's awesome.
Hannah, were you just hating on New Jersey? Did you say awful?
Yeah.
No.
No, I hate New Jersey.
Just want to clarify.
My boyfriend is from New Jersey, and I feel like I'm allowed to hate on it.
On the north. You should
Yeah.
come down here and see the south.
I like the ocean.
That's where I'm at.
You know, okay. Well, we're all gonna have a retreat out to New Jersey, and then we're gonna take you hostage and come back west.
Okay. I don't like snow though.
Well, the summers are beautiful.
Okay, we'll talk.
Okay, that's awesome. Congratulations, Marissa. That's incredible. And how easy it can be that easy.
Yeah, it was unexpected, to be honest. So that was really like excited, and it being my first customer kind of gave me like, oh shit, okay, this isn't as hard, because it definitely can be like a roller coaster of like reaching out to people and hearing their feedback, or just like almost like complete denial about it. So it's like it was nice to kind of like get somebody on board.
It's amazing. Makes me so excited. And I mean, you can leverage the fact you've been taking these products since October.
Yeah.
Use it to your advantage. Be like, I have had an experience. You don't have to have that, but it can help. Super cool. I know. Oh, go ahead, baby.
I was gonna say, I think there's something to say too about like how we approach people in the beginning. That is really important to hold on to, because you know, like now that I'm kind of getting through a lot of layers of the initial people that I've started to talk to, all of my conversations were like that too in the beginning, and it was just so effortless at times. It was just like, whoa, okay, like how is this just flowing, you know? And now it's like, and information is good, definitely keep educating yourself, but like as I educate my brain, I have more and more content that I can throw at people, and I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, it really works when you keep it that simple and you just like kind of throw it in there somewhere, or you you know, it feels better. Just like you said, I mean, it was kind of just like we started talking about something else afterwards, and it's just something I've been thinking about lately. So I appreciate like hearing those things, because it's a good reminder that we don't have to overthink it either. I mean, obviously I see a lot of value in directly addressing what people need, but at the end of the day, like keeping it casual is very effective.
Yep. It's like just slipping it in there. Sorry, I don't mean to make sex jokes on our tea time. Anyway. I'm reading what Savannah said over in the comments, that a reason that she joined because of the new moon ceremony, and being a part of that in the community. And I totally agree that maybe a good use of time is, and I know we talked about this on another tea time, but really like thinking about the reasons that we all joined, and, you know, starting to collect that as like almost ammunition to be like, okay, I'm talking to this person. This person reminds me of Marissa. This person reminds me of Gwen. This person reminds me of Caitlin. Like, what did they connect to? You know, making it about them. I don't know if I've recommended this. I know I've recommended this book sporadically to you guys, but there's a great network marketing book called Get Over Your Damn Self. It's fucking phenomenal. I love Romy. and talks about making it about them, and just so many great tools. I think additional resources. Love you so much, Caitlin. I love you. I love you. Awesome. Well, we're definitely a few minutes over the hour, as we typically are. Is there anything else anyone wants to add, say, ask, etc., before we all hop off?
All right, we're on too. Love you guys.
Okay. Bye, Caroline. Okay. All right. Love you, ladies.
Bye. Have a good day.
Mwah. Bye, Alex.
Love you guys.
Bye, Soph.
Or well, I don't even have to go, but so if you're gonna say something else, I can
I'm
stay.
just hanging out till everyone's gone.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
do.
I was like, I don't really have anywhere to be now. I was late.
Bye,
Bye,
Savannah.
I was saying hi. I'm cooking.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
How's your cleaning going?
Good. I just did the bathroom